Long ago, before great cities covered the earth, before mighty kingdoms ruled the world, there lived a quiet man named Noah. He lived far away from noisy crowds, in a peaceful land filled with soft green fields, gentle rivers, and tall trees that swayed slowly beneath the warm wind. Every morning, Noah woke before the sunrise. The world was always quiet at that hour. Cool air drifted softly through the fields, while distant birds began their gentle morning songs. Noah would step outside his small wooden home and stand silently beneath the fading stars above him. Sometimes, he simply listened. The wind moving through the trees, the sound of insects hidden in the grass, the distant flow of water from nearby streams. Everything felt calm. Everything felt peaceful. And in those quiet moments, Noah felt close to God. During the day, Noah worked with his hands. He cared for animals. He planted food beside the rich soil of the fields. He repaired wooden fences beneath the warm sunlight. And while the world around him slowly became filled with anger and cruelty, Noah remained gentle. People argued constantly. They lied to one another. They fought over small things. They forgot kindness. But Noah tried to live differently. At night, he often sat beside a lantern outside his home, watching the stars appear one by one in the dark sky above him. The peaceful sound of the evening wind helped him rest. And many nights, Noah prayed quietly beneath the stars. Then one evening, something changed. The air felt colder than usual. Dark clouds slowly drifted across the distant hills. The trees bent gently beneath the growing wind, and deep inside his heart, Noah heard the voice of God. A great flood would soon cover the earth. Rain would fall for many days and nights. The rivers would rise. The world would disappear beneath endless waters. But God had a plan for Noah. Noah was told to build an ark, a massive wooden ship, larger than anything the world had ever seen. It would protect Noah, his family, and the animals of the earth from the coming storm. The next morning, Noah began working. Under the soft golden light of sunrise, he carried heavy pieces of wood across the open fields. The sound of hammers echoed peacefully through the morning air. Birds circled slowly overhead. Warm wind moved through the tall grass. Day after day, Noah continued building, slowly, patiently, faithfully. His sons helped him lift enormous wooden beams beneath the sunlight. Together, they shaped the great ark piece by piece. Weeks passed, then months, then years, and little by little, the ark began rising higher toward the sky. The people nearby laughed when they saw it. "Why are you building such a giant ship?" they asked. "There is no ocean here." Some shook their heads and smiled. Others mocked him openly. But Noah never argued. He simply continued his work quietly. At night, after long hours of labor, Noah rested beside the unfinished ark beneath the lantern light. The wooden structure towered above him in silence. He listened to the soft sounds of crickets hidden in the darkness. The stars stretched endlessly across the sky. And despite the laughter of others, Noah trusted God peacefully. One calm morning, after many years of work, something extraordinary happened. Animals began arriving from every direction. 2 horses walked slowly across the dusty road. Small rabbits hopped gently through the wet grass. Birds drifted peacefully through the bright morning sky. Deer moved carefully beside the trees. Wolves walked quietly through the fields. Even lions approached calmly, without roaring. without fear. It was as though the entire world had fallen silent, as though every creature quietly understood where it needed to go. Noah opened the great wooden doors of the ark, and slowly, peacefully, the animals entered. The air felt strangely still. The wind softened. Dark clouds slowly gathered above the distant hills. Then, the rain began. At first, only a few small drops touched the roof of the ark. Softly, quietly, the gentle tapping of rain echoed across the wood. But soon, the storm grew stronger. Rain poured endlessly from the dark sky. Thunder rolled across the earth. Lightning flashed through the clouds above the distant mountains. The rivers overflowed. Water spread across the fields. The winds howled through the darkness. And slowly, the waters began to rise. But inside the ark, there was warmth. Lanterns glowed softly against the wooden walls. The animals rested peacefully. The endless sound of rain created a deep and calming rhythm throughout the night. The ark rocked gently upon the rising waters, back and forth, slowly, peacefully. Noah sat quietly beside his family, listening to the storm outside. Though thunder echoed across the heavens, his heart remained calm, because he trusted God completely. For many days and nights, the rain continued. The world outside disappeared beneath endless dark waters. But inside the ark, there was peace. The steady breathing of animals filled the warm air. Soft lantern light flickered gently during the long nights. Sometimes, Noah listened quietly to the sound of rain hitting the wooden roof above him. Other times, he closed his eyes and rested while the ark drifted slowly across the endless sea. Then finally, after many long days, the storm began to fade. The thunder grew distant. The rain became softer, until one peaceful morning, everything became quiet once again. Noah slowly opened a small window in the ark. Fresh, cool air drifted gently inside. The sky looked bright and clear above the endless waters. Far away in the distance, mountains appeared beneath the sunlight. The flood was ending. Hope was returning. Days later, the waters continued falling slowly. The earth began appearing once again. Green hills emerged beneath the morning mist. Fresh rivers flowed peacefully beneath the golden light of sunrise. And one beautiful morning, a rainbow appeared across the sky. Its colors stretched softly through the clouds above the quiet world below. Noah stood silently beside the ark, feeling the cool wind against his face. The storm was over. Peace had returned. And as the sunlight warmed the earth once again, Noah quietly thanked God. Then he closed his eyes, listened to the soft wind moving through the hills, and rested peacefully beneath the endless sky. Long before David became a king, before crowns, before great battles, before entire nations knew his name, he was simply a young shepherd boy. Far away from crowded cities, David lived among peaceful hills covered in soft green grass. Every morning, before the sun fully rose above the horizon, David led his sheep through the quiet countryside. The air was cool. Small drops of morning dew rested gently upon the grass beneath his feet. Birds sang softly from the olive trees nearby, and far above him, the sky slowly turned golden as the sun welcomed a new day. David loved these peaceful mornings. He walked slowly beside the sheep, holding his wooden staff carefully in his hands. The hills stretched endlessly around him. soft wind moved through the tall grass like gentle waves upon the sea. Everything felt calm. Everything felt still. During long afternoons, David often rested beneath the shade of large trees while the sheep grazed nearby. Sometimes he played soft melodies on his harp. The music drifted peacefully across the hills beneath the warm sunlight. Other times, he simply watched the clouds move slowly across the endless blue sky above him. David felt close to God in those quiet places, especially at night, when darkness covered the hills. David remained outside beneath the stars while the sheep slept peacefully nearby. The night air became cool and gentle. Tiny lanterns glowed faintly beside the rocks, and above him, thousands of stars filled the heavens. David often looked upward in wonder. The universe felt endless, silent, beautiful. Sometimes soft winds carried the distant sounds of flowing rivers through the valleys below. Other nights, everything became completely still, and during those peaceful hours beneath the stars, David prayed quietly. He thanked God for the earth, for the sky, for the wind, for the animals resting nearby. One calm evening, as silver moonlight covered the hills, David sat alone beside a small fire. The sheep rested quietly around him. Soft, crackling sounds rose from the glowing flames. The stars above seemed brighter than ever before. And while the peaceful wind moved gently through the grass, David began playing his harp softly. The music echoed through the silent hills. Slow, gentle, peaceful. As he played, his worries slowly disappeared. The world felt quiet again, far away. An owl called softly from the darkness. The fire continued glowing warmly beside him, and the sheep remained calm beneath the moonlight. David closed his eyes for a moment, allowing the cool night wind to touch his face. Everything around him felt safe. Everything felt peaceful beneath God's quiet sky. Hours passed slowly. The fire became smaller. The stars drifted silently across the heavens above. And David continued resting peacefully among the sleeping sheep. Then sometime during the deepest part of the night, David opened his eyes once more. The world was silent. Only the gentle sound of wind moving through the hills remained. He looked upward again toward the endless stars, and deep within his heart, he felt thankful. Thankful for peace. Thankful for the quiet night. Thankful that even in loneliness, God remained with him beneath the stars. Then David rested once more beside the warm, fading fire, while the peaceful hills remained silent around him. And above the sleeping countryside, the stars continued shining softly through the endless night sky.